Hello, my friends. My name is Raymond. I wanted to make a comment on, the circus of the Republican Party's candidates. It's a circus, Here's people ask me, I'm Puerto Rican, right? So say, hey, so you're gonna vote for Rubio? White people, they ask me this because they don't. They don't know and they don't care, about Puerto Rican people. Never have, never will. But I do because I'm Puerto Rican and it's my country and it's my people. So, Marco Rubio, what a piece of shit. Listen to me. Marco Rubio is a disgrace to the Latin community. This motherfucker might as well I think they all should wear patches identifying their corporate sponsors, like Formula One racers and the NASCAR racers, the drivers, they have patches all over their clothing of who's sponsoring them. They should have that. All of them. Democrats, Republicans, all of them. But this guy, when Puerto Rico went bankrupt, well, we haven't gone bankrupt. We just didn't have the money to be paying for all the bonds and stuff that we took, that the governments took, that the politicians took, to finance all their whatever they did, they stole everything, and all these politicians are protecting the bond holders, the people who bought the bonds that were issued by the government in Puerto Rico to do public works, but at the end they were just issuing the bonds to pay the payroll, and they knew this full well that the country was in trouble financially, and they kept pushing these things on them and say, hey, issue some more, buy that shit, because they knew that they had the Republican Congress and the senators backing them. And they knew that if Puerto Rico defaulted, they instructed their Republican senators to not grant Puerto Rico its right to reschedule or restructure the debt so they can make payments that are better suited to the people without having to do what the Republicans are going to do to Puerto Ricans, which is go ahead and take the money from the retired teachers and the people who worked for the government and all the people who had accounts, that retirement accounts, people who worked their entire lives. They're going to take their checks, their money. Okay, that's what Marco Rubio wants to do with Puerto Rico. He, number one, sided with Wall Street and the big hedge fund managers and told us no, you can't have your constitutional right of restructuring your debt like the rest of the citizens of the United States have, like Detroit does, like any city, any state in the United States. If they get into financial trouble, they go to federal court and they say, hey, we need help restructuring this debt so that, we can make payments on this and, help him out of the slump. We didn't get that. Marco Rubio spearheaded this fucking effort. After he had said that he was going to help us, he went and turned his back. Because his masters, his owners, his handlers, they call him and say, no, you're going to do as we say. We're going to fuck those Puerto Ricans in the ass. Not only that, this motherfucker went all the way out to block the first Puerto Rican in the Supreme Court. Justice Sonia Sotomayor. He went all the way out against her, even though he's Latino. The same argument he's using to try to get our votes, he used it. We're Latinos, we have to stand together. Really? Way to stand fucking together when you try to fuck us in the ass by keeping our Puerto Rican woman out of the Supreme Court. Way to stand with the fucking Latinos, you piece of fucking shit, Rubio. Then he has the audacity, after denying us our bankruptcy right and restructuring right as citizens, to go to Puerto Rico and panhandle money for his fucking campaign right afterwards. What a piece of shit. Right after he fucked us in the ass and denied us the right to restructure our debt, And then on top of that, he wants to assign a board to control all of Puerto Rico's finances, meaning every money that comes in and out of our banking system, everything, the payments, everything that he wants to assign. And that's all the Republicans wants to do with Puerto Rico. They want to treat us like fucking Jewish people in the ghetto in Warsaw. Okay, that's exactly what they want to do. Everything that comes out and in and out, they're going to control it, and they're going to dish us out whatever little money's left, so they can pay their fucking their asshole Wall Street bankers, pieces of shit, holding the bonds of Puerto Rico. Last time I checked, when you make an investment, you take a risk, unless you're buddies with the Republican Party, okay, and you're a big Wall Street piece of shit banker, and you buy bonds from Puerto Rico. That means they're going to do whatever it takes, even taking from little old ladies, to pay your fucking bond investment. Not like the rest of us. If you make an investment in a stock and it blows up in your face, you guess what? You lost. Okay? Not them. Okay? So that bullshit that Marco Rubio is a good candidate for Hispanics, y'all can lick my nuts, okay, with that fucking argument. That's bullshit. Not only that, this guy has the audacity to push for English only. The son of fucking Cuban immigrants. Or Cuban immigrants who didn't speak fucking English when they came here. Barely. Okay? A man his parents were running from a communist dictatorial regime from fucking Cuba. You know, there were refugees from a terrorist fucking government. See, you know, the same people he doesn't want to, you know, the refugees, the same people he doesn't want to help from terrorist countries like Syria and other people. He was one of those, and so was Ted Cruz, you know. Now, they don't want to help the others, okay? So these two immigrant motherfuckers, one of them, I'm talking about Marco Rubio, Ted Cruz, was worse. It's nuts. A piece of shit, worse than him, you know. First of all, he doesn't even show up to the fucking Senate to do his job. Even the Cubans down in Miami say, dude, man, are you ever going to show up to fucking work? Why don't you resign? You know? So this guy, he was voting, trying to force everybody, saying, no, English only now. Everybody has to speak English or you get the fuck out. Right? I didn't see his parents getting kicked out. Actually, they got, you know, welcomed in here. Okay, not only that, if you're okay, English only, so you have to return all the votes from the little old ladies in Hialeah who don't speak English, return their votes and their tax money that they're paying you. You see, all these people are hypocrites. This fucking Republican Party, I'm fucking done with it, you know? And people, who are you going to choose from then? No one. These people are fucking nuts. They're a bunch of racist, hypocritical thieves and assholes, monsters. You know, I feel like I'm reading a fucking Greek mythology book, you know, with all these monsters and all these characters and all these people that are grotesque, you know, absolutely grotesque. So no, I don't care if they have the DNA of the first Hispanic in the world. These motherfuckers, they're against their own people. So no, fuck the whole Republican Party. You know, I don't care what their last name is and if they're both their parents. Shit, I wouldn't care if they were Puerto Rican. You know? There's some Puerto Rican morons, my people, some of my own people, they're fucking idiots, you know, voting Republican. Really? You think that because you're Puerto Rican, you're better than the rest of the Hispanics? You're an idiot. You know? They've shown us that, you know, how much hatred they have from anything that's this color, you know, and has this complexion that comes from Puerto Rico. And they've shown us by the way they vote, you know? So, you know, they're against Puerto Rico. And if the track record speaks volumes against it. If they were for Puerto Rico, they would have helped us with our debt, you know? Restructure it like the rest of the citizens get a chance to restructure it. So think about that for 1 minute.